This next project is inspired by the historical craft of rug making. Now, before there was industrialization, worn clothing was never thrown out. It was recycled. It was cut into strips and then woven or braided into rugs and mats and other useful items. One traditional process, usually done with heavier fabrics such as wool, rolls the strips together like sushi and then secures them with stitches into pieces that are known as either standing or beaded rugs. And you can see why they would call it that, because when you sew them together, it's like a string of beads. Now, most of the time, these rolls would form circles, but there were times when rug makers pinched and pushed and made the strips form squiggles and curls and coils and waves and teardrops. And because this all resembled paper quilling, they've become known as quillies. I'm going to demonstrate an easy way for young designers to create colorful, whimsical quilly art without needles or worn-out clothing. This is a material that's familiar to many. This is craft foam. The particular brand I have here is called Wonder Foam. It's soft and rubbery and easy to cut. It gives rigidity and support to a lot of projects. And this version comes with a strong adhesive on the backside. So it's super easy to join pieces together. The hard part is knowing when to stop. So I've begun by cutting a few strips of Wonder Foam, peel and stick, and I also have a rectangular piece to use as a background. If you have a paper trimmer, you can easily cut multiple sheets at once. Otherwise, it cuts down fast and easily with scissors. Let's start with the rectangular background piece. Fold back just a corner so that most of the adhesive is still covered, and you can just work a small area at the time. This adhesive is very tacky and it just might grab something that you don't want it to grab. We're gonna start with 2 strips first of all. Let me grab a couple of colors here, and I'm gonna peel the adhesive backing off of each strip and layer the 2 of them together. Might be easier to leave the backing on one strip, but now I'm going to roll them together just kind of tightly by starting it, and now I'm just bringing the tail end of it around, and I can just put that right down here on my backing paper. Well, I've got a few other techniques to show you as well. We can join onto that piece that I just did by placing another piece on its side. And this I'm just making kind of a free-form design of loops, maybe some curls, and it sticks down to the adhesive backside like that. You could create waves, zigzag patterns, spirals. You can also really kind of fill an area with color by tightly placing pieces together. Notice I'm pushing this down against the adhesive. Kids have lots of fun creating shapes and zigzags and patterns this way. You could also combine non-adhesive strips with the peel and stick strips as a cost-saving measure. Now here's a piece that is already in progress, and as you can see, I've begun by working one corner and peeling this back, peeling the paper liner away as I work. Like I said, this is very sticky adhesive, and if you don't keep it covered, you might catch clothing, hair, or stray pieces on it. This adhesive will reach a point where it will want to unwind. All of these pieces in here are wanting to unwind, and as you finish up, you may find pieces just will not stay. They'll come unattached like this. So I'm just going to give you a couple of ideas on how to fix that. First of all, you might want to work in some of these Wonder Foam shapes. These lovely little shapes here are already pre-cut pieces of Wonder Foam, and they're really fun actually to work into your design at the same time. We've got circles and ovals and squares and rectangles, and I'm just going to take this little piece of rectangle here and I am going to close off the shape like this. Just gives it a little extra security. You can also, especially for places like this where we had a really nice zigzag going on the outside, but yet now it's not wanting to stick, what you can do is you could take a little bit of tacky glue and just kind of stick it right here. Push your Wonder Foam pieces in and take either a thumbtack or a push pin perhaps, and just secure it in place until it dries. Then you can remove those pieces and it should stay just fine for you. Just continue until you're finished, until the background is filled. The design, of course, can extend past the edges, just like I've shown you here with this one. These colorful, whimsical quillies make great coasters, table mats, and a variety of different things, but really the most fun is just creating them. I love it. You will too. You'll find Wonderfoam and all of the supplies you need, along with detailed instructions, teaching tips, and more at dickblick.com lesson plans.